recycling. E-waste and creation, she is always a cut above. Please like, comment and subscribe. Come along, enjoy the ride.
Hey curious people, so it's just after Christmas. I'm going to show you what I got for Christmas. Oh, it's Eddie! Woohoo! Plenty more where that came from. Yeah, my husband got me some nice tools for Christmas, so I'm happy with that. So this week, yeah, I'm just going to literally show you all these new tools. And if I have time, I'll try some of them out, but yeah, I might not have time for that. I hope you all had a nice Christmas. I know some of you didn't have a nice Christmas, and I'm sorry for that. We had an eventful Christmas. Obviously this year we're hoping for a bit of a calm one, but we had tales of woe where electricity was concerned, and I will go into that story a bit later in the video. But for now we're going to go through the tools that I got, and then hopefully do a few teardowns too. This shed is getting worse by the second. Oh, there's not really any room. I'm just going to warm my gloves up, and then we're going to get straight into the tools because I've got some absolute corkers. Okay, so we've got this Milwaukee set, this drill and impact. I'm so excited about this because Milwaukee, as we know, is just absolutely top notch. I've never had any Milwaukee power tools, and so this was like one of my main Christmas presents from my husband, which is really lovely. There we go, got that awesome logo that we know and love. Okay, let's have a little look ski. Dun, da, 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 da. Ooh, okay. Oh, and it comes with 2 batteries. That is impressive. I'm happy with that. 2 batteries and a dual charger. So actually this is a charger that will charge the smaller batteries that go in the handle, and then this one. So oh yeah, look at that. Let's take the tab off this battery here. All right, and it's got these side clip bits. Is that magnetic? I feel like that might be magnetic. Let's test that. No, it isn't. Okay. I've seen on DeWalt ones that bit being magnetic. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells very new. Awesome. Same principle as usual. Oh, that's fab. So that's the impact, and then we've got a nice hammer drill. Lovely jubbly. Oh look, here's some bits in it. That's interesting. A drill bit in it already. I love the fact this is coming with 2 batteries. The better brands tend to do that. The cheaper ones, you're lucky if you get a battery. Usually you have to purchase the battery. Look at that. You see the spark? Is that normal? Do drills normally spark out the back? Well, I don't know. Never had a Milwaukee, so I'm not entirely sure. But what a present. So there's the manuals, etc, etc. Awesome. So that is my stunning Milwaukee set. which I'll temporarily just put everything back. Well, not everything, but maybe the big. Okay, so next, what have we got? Next, Rooney, we have Erbauer. I don't know. I'm not the best at pronunciation of anything, but these have got a lifetime guarantee. I'm not sure that will count with the Sollers standards, but we'll see. So let's have a little check out here. There's probably something where I have to register. Oh yeah, the Milwaukee as well. They've got a guarantee too. I can't remember. Wow, that's massive. Can't remember if it's like a lifetime or what it was, but it was a pretty good guarantee. Basically, if they can't fix it, they replace it. So I'm definitely going to get those registered. What we've got here, T25. I do like the fact that we've got the sizes on the bottom. So T20, T30, sweet. And then got flatheads. That's good because I'm sort of out of quality flatheads. Well, that's massive. Look at that size of that Phillips. Woohoo! Okay, so that's an awesome set. And I really am going to have to do some sorting out in here. But that's fine because that's what I need to do. My husband's actually lost his tool wallet somehow, which is not great because he's an engineer. So I've got to grab some bits for him to go to work tonight, which I'll do in a minute. Really not sure how this has happened, but okay. Next, he got me this DeWalt set, which is an awesome little bit set here. Oh, I see. This is like on the clips. Huh. That's cool. So it's in like a plastic set. You've got pretty much everything you need right here. Including sockets, a couple of sockets. So that's an awesome little set. So, you know, DeWalt, they're going to last well, which is nice. Yes, so he also got me some brushes to go on my drills. Two boxes of these with 3 different brushes in. That one's going to come in handy. So they're cool. 4,500 RPM max. That's quite a lot. That's awesome. 2 boxes of those. This is something that's going to come in very handy. But I need to know where to put it so I can actually successfully use it. Oh, it's very heavy, but my God, what a good set is this. Now, the bits keep falling out of it, which is unfortunate, but hey ho, first world problems. But what excites me most about this is the size of these sockets. You've got a 32mm here. I've never had such a big socket set before. I think most of mine finished at like 22. So this is awesome. So we've got 23, 24, 27, 30 and 32. That's epic. That is epic. And you've got the hand bits. We've got these. So there's 16, 21. See, these little ones are falling out, which is annoying. But I'm excited about that. I think that's going to be the most kind of incredible thing about this. And I do have my little set that will, my little Makita that will take these. So, oh, I've lost the bit for it actually, so I need to, actually there might be one in here. No, there's, hang on. Actually, wait a minute, there is. Absolutely incredible. No, that's too big. Ah, damn. So, yeah, I just need to get a conversion. I had one, but it fell somewhere and I don't know where it is. So yes, this is an epic set. I'm most excited about the big sockets here. And you've got these ones as well. So, it's a great quality set that I'm very happy with. And of course you've got all the hand bits as well, which is just awesome. Oh, that's brilliant. You can switch it from reverse. Oh, that is fantastic. I actually needed one of these. Oh, they've got a small one as well. Oh, that's cool. This is actually brilliant because quite often you just need one that's, you can, oh, I forget the name again, you know what I'm like. Oh, fantastic. Keep it from coming back on itself. It's an awesome thing. Brilliant. Oh, you've even got this little one too, which I've got ones like that in my other set. And you've got these extenders. There's a little bit of give on these. They can bend a little bit. You've also got these ones where you can come in at an angle. That's brilliant too. Oh, that's going to be so... I'll tell you what that's going to be helpful for. Washing machines. That's cool. And obviously you've got this bigger one like that. Oh, that's epic. Epic. Fantastic. So, that's a fantastic set. I just need a proper workshop for all this stuff, don't I? Wouldn't that be nice? Now, did they just fall out of there? I feel like they probably did. Let's not lose some straight away, hey? So, I've got some more DeWalt, which is, they've already been coming in handy, to be honest. I've already used both of these to set up my son's Christmas present, which I think I can show you a little clip. Okay, the son's Christmas present. We need to turn from this into something usable. It's a bit dark, but ta-da! Built and ready for use. So we've got some nice long nose pliers there, which is good, and some ordinary pliers. You know these are going to be nice strong jaws with a nice strong grip. And then another pair of snips. DeWalt side cutters. They don't... What I have noticed about all three of these is they don't open very far. They haven't got a very wide jaw. That's the widest, interestingly, in the long nose, which is probably where you'd need the narrowest, but yeah. But let's just have a little easy peasy. That's what you want. And then of course the pliers, so they're awesome. I put straight to good use. And then these absolutely awesome Milwaukee cutters. So I nearly had a heart attack when my husband told me how much these were. But again, if I register them, they will then be guaranteed. They were £50, which is like, they're really smooth, and they're like a combination of every type of snip. So you've got the curved jaw for kind of like your household cable. Boop. It's just, I mean, how easy was that? But they're also like tin snips, so technically I should be able to cut, I don't really want to cut that aluminium, But you know, that's awesome, and I have used these to cut into a few things already, which is why they're out. Just, you know, post Christmas setting up of stuff. But yeah, they are smooth as you like, so I must find the packaging to register those. So how awesome is that? What a lovely set of gifts from my husband, and some Chanel No. 5. It's like the perfect all-round gifts for a woman like Everyday Solers. All these tools and Chanel No. 5. What, you know, what could possibly go wrong with that? Although I have two favourite perfumes. Pour Femme by Celine Dion is divine. Hard to get hold of though, which is annoying. Easier in the States, but yeah, it basically costs me as much as Chanel No. 5 because it's not in production anymore. But that one and Chanel No. 5, so what can, yeah, lovely. So I'm going to be smelling delightful while I'm doing all this scrapping. So what I was thinking was, why don't we get into a couple of things that I picked up the other day, well, a few weeks ago now actually. We'll have a look at this PC and a few other bits if we get time. See how we go. Because it's just sitting here in my way. I've also got an old laptop in that laptop bag to do. So, oh, it's an LG. All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, we've got RAM. Yes, I forgot. I did look and peer in and see that we've got RAM. This is exciting. We've got drive. So power supply and hard drive are gone. But, you know, I picked it up from the side of the road, so that's not a surprise. And I'm glad, actually, because it makes me feel good that people, you know, are looking after themselves. Power supply, I guess I just needed it, but, you know, I like the fact that they weren't leaving valuable data on the side of the road. Look at those in a sec. This is quite a modern computer, actually. Quite a modern one indeed. So, what do we have here? Ooh! How long has it been since I found one of these? Oh my gosh. A long time. That is a nice slab of copper there. Well, just to confirm that it's not just one of these little cheeky, it's copper, baby. Yes. All right, look at that. That's a nice copper heatsink. I can't help it. I do get excited by these things. Still, it's just how I roll, people. I love the chase. So then, oh, it's going to be a bit of a pain to get this one. Oh, maybe not. Depends. Oh, baby. So one came out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. So just one not playing ball here. And there we have it. Do. So, anyone got New Year plans? I'm having a games night. Oh yeah, family games night, because that's how I roll. Looking forward to it. It'll be fun. We do quizzes, we do poker, rummy, well, all sorts of card games. Head. There we go. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? It's actually a really nice heatsink with a nice slab of copper on the top. Don't mind if I do. And then obviously we've got the cordage. There's another fan there that I'll get off. So let us have a look. There's a fan underneath the heatsink too. Interesting. So that plate just fell off the bottom. Oh yay! We've actually got a pinned CPU. Sweet. And it's a plastic socket. I am surprised at that. This is not what I expected on a purple board. What the heck? What have we got here? What have we got here, Johnny? We have got an AMD 64 times 2. AMD... AMD 2005. Wow. That is epic. What a nice chip. Wasn't expecting that. I didn't think this was 19 years old. I thought it was much more modern because it's an HT 2000 board. Ooh. Which I thought was a lot more modern than that. Right, RAM sticks. What are we looking at here? 1 gig RAM sticks. Okay. And a jolly nice board to boot. So we've got cards here. I can sell those with the metal on. Some will, some won't. Take it that way. Luck of the draw, really. It's all just steel. And then, so I want these drives out of here. Obviously it depends on the time people have as to whether they do the drives or not, but I do want to see the age of these drives. I mean, you don't always get them screwed on both sides, but except for on this occasion, obviously. There we go. Oh no! Come on. Out you come. So we've actually got 2 disk drives here, which is interesting. And then these are just the snips to these ports. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not bothered about that. Those ports, I used to get right in and take them, but that's not how I roll anymore. I've just got some helium steel. I like these little fan screws because they're great in creations. And that's it. Obviously the fan that will need more breaking down. But let's have a little look at these disk drives and see. So I've got an LG DVD, and this is a DVD writer drive. So the fact it's got 2 different drives means they've been transferring disc to disc, huh? Interesting. Interesting. It's so rubbish having cold hands though, because I'm not very dexterous right now in sliding the thingies off. Yeah, it's just short, just a little board. I mean, it's a nice board, but it is small. Okay, got a jumper there, I'll have that. Interesting. No. So that'll be, I'll do that off camera. Let's have a look inside this one. Have a little look, see. Obviously these boards do add up, which is what we like, isn't it? So this is going to look very, very similar inside, if not exactly the same. No, actually, not quite exactly the same. This one is pitiful under that side. So the other one at least had a bit more to it. But we have still got a nice brass rod. This actual laser is nowhere near as good as this one, but then this is a DVD writer, so that'll be why. And I believe that is that a real copper plate? Actually, I don't think it is. It looks quite steel-like. Oh, I take it back. It is. Very nice indeedy. So that was that. What's the time? Oh, I've got 25 minutes. That's not too bad. Okay, so let's put those over there for further processing. Let's put these out of the way up here. This is boxes and boxes of extension leads, which again is another tale of woe, which I'll get to. Right, let's have a little look in this old laptop bag and see what we got here. What the? Oh, hello. Now that's interesting because that was not like that when I put it in here a week or two ago. So that tells me I've got some little friends in here, huh? Well, it's not a surprise. So, always have a little rummage. Cold hands, cold hands. Right. Wow, I mean, that is a lot of compartments. Look at that old phone holder. Wow, that is old. What we've got here? We've got a Wi-Fi booster thingy. Oh, sweet. We've got a Wi-Fi. We've got two Wi-Fi dongle thingies. Might have a little look at that and just see if they're obsolete or not. So what we got here? Oh, the power supply that we like. We've got some firecracker tissue. That's funny. Okay, and we've got a nice Sony old laptop here. So, that is old, isn't it? What are we looking at here? XP? Windows 7 Pro? Really? Let's get this battery out. You know how I absolutely hate these things with a passion. Okay, we'll try and have a quick look in here. We'll see if that's gonna work. I wonder if by hand it is then. Right, so I'm going to tell you my story of what happened for us over Christmas. So it's the day before Christmas Eve, so it's the 23rd. Our electricity is a prepayment key meter. All the old houses in our lane are. So my husband put £99 on it, and then came home. The shop's shut. I tried to put it in the meter, which only had £17 left on it, and it just said no. Computer says no. And I was like, uh-oh, this isn't great. In fact, this is not ideal at all. So I rang. Well, we tried everything. We tried cleaning the key, cleaning contacts and the meter, like tried everything. It wasn't having any of it. So then I rang the electricity company, which is Octopus Energy. Spoke to a nice guy called Sharif, I think. I could have got that wrong. It might have been Shireen, actually. Really nice, very helpful. He's asked me to take a picture of the error code and email it to him. So he emailed me for me to just email back so he could look at the error code. Anyway, I did that. He said he'd get back to me, and like a bit of time was passing, and I thought, oh, it's getting a bit late, So I thought, oh, I'm going to ring back, because I was very, very aware it was Christmas Eve the next day. So I called back and spoke to a lady, a woman, should I say. She certainly was no lady. And I explained, I had already spoken to someone, but I was just waiting for a reply. And said, what my concerns were about time getting on and the fact that we would run out of electricity either Christmas Eve night or on Christmas Day. And we're down as priority customers, obviously, because we have a disabled child. And she was really rude and really unhelpful. And she said she'd ordered a replacement key, and I said to her, okay, how long will that take? 1 to 3 days. And I said, well, it's Christmas Eve tomorrow. That's not going to get here. How's it coming? If it's coming by courier, there's a chance. But if it's coming via Royal Mail, the National Postage Service here in England, I said, there's no chance. I won't see that for a week. I don't know how it's coming. I said, well, can you not just... I said, well, what happens if we run out of electricity? Then you have to call us back and we'll arrange an engineer. So I said to her, well, we all know this key's not going to come. Could you please just organise the engineer now anyway? Because we've got a disabled child, blah, 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 blah. I have told you, and she raised her voice to me, I have told you a replacement key has been sent out. And I was getting very cross by this stage. So I decided that I would end the call before. She clearly wasn't going to help us. She wasn't interested. She was not listening to what I was saying about having a disabled child and about what, my concerns were. Well, that jumped out, didn't it? So my husband had to go over with my dad to Screwfix. They spent £150 on extension leads, and we basically wired ourselves up with everything we could to my parents' electricity next door so that we would conserve ours to not run out on Christmas Day. Because when our electricity runs out, we have no mobile signal. So you cannot call. I also explained this. You cannot call the electricity company once the power's gone, because you have no signal. So and when I said to the lady, I think what I said was, are you really telling me that when we're down as priority customers with a vulnerable person in the house, are you really telling me that you are prepared to let us run out of electricity on Christmas Day? And the answer was basically yes. She just wouldn't pre-arrange it. She said, no, it can't be done. I have to run out of supply. So we did this. We set up the whole house. We had to duct tape all these wires everywhere, which, was a little bit of a nightmare. And bless my parents, it wasn't ideal for them. But then we tried to wire up upstairs, so like my son's room and stuff. He plays on a computer and what have you, and it kept blowing my parents' electric. it kept tripping. So we suddenly realised, okay, well that's not going to be possible. So we had to be really conservative with the energy, which I have to say sucks at Christmas. When you're paranoid you're going to run out of electricity on Christmas Day. It's a horrible feeling because we can't go anywhere else because of our daughter. She won't leave the house. So it's basically, that's just a hellish scenario. Anyway, we did it, and you know, thanks to my parents allowing us to piggyback off their electricity, we managed to save enough to run the kitchen and everything. So on Boxing Day morning, I thought I can't cope with this stress. It's going to run out. We had £4 left, just under, I think. And so I rang the electricity company again, which, remember, she told me to ring when we ran out of supply. I rang and it was closed. And now, honestly, I think at that point I probably could have done some damage. It was closed, and I was like, you can't be serious. However, it gets better. There was an emergency email, so I emailed the emergency email. I explained the situation. I explained I've been trying to get help with this for 2 days, and that we were going to run out, we can't run out, etc, etc. Anyway, about 30 minutes later, a lovely operative called Paul emailed me back, and he, would you believe it, just organised an engineer. And that engineer was with us within hours, a few hours. And it just shows you that the woman could have done that 2 days before and actually not given us an unnecessarily stressful Christmas. But it did mean on Boxing Day our power was off for 3 hours, which my daughter found very difficult. And bless the engineer Moses, he had to install a new meter under pretty tricky circumstances with lots of noise. So, but it doesn't end there. So he installed the meter. We've got 2 fuse boards. He installed it all, turned it back on. Frida was like, yay! Oh, hang on a minute. One of our fuse boards didn't connect to the meter, and he was like, oh dear, your whole fuse boards must have been connected to the economy 7. He was like, I haven't got another thing on this motor, I'm gonna have to change the meter again. So I just said motor, I meant meter, and I could have died on the spot. I think I was literally thinking, oh my god, we've just been through 2 hours of absolute hell with Frida. She struggled so much. I felt so sad for her. And then he's got to actually take out what she's done, but he said he'd done all the groundwork, and thankfully he had. So 1 more hour and it was done, and we had electricity again. And it was like, oh, hallelujah, thank you so much. And so he did a really good job under pretty distracting circumstances. And so that was that. So then I was really grateful to Paul, and I just said thank you so much, and I explained that I had tried to, well, I also said this to Moses, the engineer, who had to come from home on Boxing Day as he was on call, and I did feel bad for that. And I did say to him, I'm really sorry, and I did try to arrange this so that this could be done so someone didn't have to come out on Christmas Day or Boxing Day. And he, like, when he walked in, he saw the extension leads. He was like, what is... And I basically had to explain that I was piggybacking electricity off my parents next door. So he was like, oh my. So Paul was really apologetic, and he asked if he... because I said how grateful I was to him. He asked if I would like him to take over the complaint about the previous call handler and it not being handled properly. Well, promptly, well, but also properly, because clearly, you know, actually she lied, because Paul just organised an engineer straight away. So clearly she could have done the same, and should have done the same. And I told him to go and listen to the recording, and he apologised for her behaviour. Well, basically, the way she handled the situation. And he was really genuine. And I don't think I've ever experienced such genuine customer service in my life. It went from the most appalling to probably the best I've ever had in 24 hours, which is quite something. And he also wanted to offer us £30 goodwill gesture for the phone call, basically, which I thought was amazing, because people don't usually acknowledge wrongdoing. And you hear the adverts, don't you, about Octopus customer service, and after I spoke to her I was like, what a load of rubbish. And I was livid, and I thought I never want to hear one of those adverts again. But then after dealing with him, I was like, wow, you literally could not, they were polar opposites. It was quite incredible. And he said, and not only that, because we didn't deal with it quickly enough, we'd like to offer you another £50. So basically that makes £80, which I graciously accepted, because that's just whacked that straight onto my electricity meter. And then he emailed saying, I've also sent a little something out to you. And so this is what just arrived a few hours ago. So this is what I had arrive, like a beautiful bunch of flowers, and also our shopping's come, so there's shopping all over the table. But look at this. Thank you for your patience and understanding during this challenging situation. We are truly sorry for the stress caused and are so glad we could help resolve things quickly. Paul at Octopus. I mean, you know, that sort of thing does not normally happen, does it? And actually, it's a very beautiful bunch of flowers, so I really appreciate that gesture. I think it's really, really kind. So there, I mean, who would have thought that one? So I thought that was really lovely. I mean, my husband, I'm a very forgiving person, and he's still very cross about the whole thing, and that's okay, that's fair enough. But I appreciate the gesture of what the other people did to correct the situation, and I think you can't judge everybody because of one bad apple. So yes, we had a very stressful Christmas day and it caused a lot of hassle, but you know, we got through it, and it wasn't, you know, first world problems really, isn't it? So it's done and we survived. And yeah, we just had a horrific few hours. Why did that not open? Oh, it was unlocked already, was it? Hang on a moment. Wait, what am I doing here? Right. Ta-da! Nice, another pinned CPU. It was pretty sweet. There we go. Yeah, and there we are. Hard drive is... It's Fujitsu, huh? It's made in Thailand, and it's 160 gigs. 160 gigs. It's probably not too bad actually. For we've got some gold connectors here, which obviously we'll harvest. So yeah, anyway, that was our Christmas day. And but we got through it, and like my husband said, oh, you know, in years to come we'll talk about the year we had to have a bit of a Victorian Christmas and use no electricity until the cooking of the dinner. What can you say? What can one say? So yeah. Oh. But you know, Christmas, obviously for us it's a tricky time of year, and it is for anybody. It is for anybody who's lost anybody at any time of year, because Christmas is all about loved ones and, you know, family. It's a very emotive time of year, but also if you've actually lost someone at that time of year, my gosh, it's even worse, you know. So for us, not only is it Benny, it's also my sister. It'll be her 3rd anniversary in January. But I try. I mean, yeah, I had tears, obviously. Of course, I get really upset. You can't. It's okay to grieve and to continue grieving for the rest of your life. But I try not to get that survivor's guilt that people have. I did have it for quite a long time, and that's fine, but I look at it differently now, and I try to make sure that I still enjoy my life because I'm lucky to have it. And I feel it's a disservice to them to wallow and to not live my life to the best I can. I hope that makes sense. I'm not judging anyone who deals with it the other way, because I completely get that, and that's normal. I think that is, you know, but my belief is, I just believe our soul groups will be back together again one day. I miss them terribly now, but we will be back together again, and I just have to cling on to that, basically. But thank goodness I've got 4 other children, because it, you know, I'm got all this spiel right now, but I think it'd probably be very different if I didn't. But there you go. So, you know, I'm going to enjoy my games night. Do love a games night. So yeah, nice plastic socket. Not bad. I do like an old one in most things. In most things in life. So we've got this metal casing. I probably will get this whole thing out, actually. I just need to release this one. Anyway, was blubbering on a bit there. What was I saying? What was before I went off on one about that? Oh, can't remember. Oh, there's some more old pliers with an egg sac inside. I'll give them a selection, eh? Why not? Hard drive, and I'll probably leave that there on camera. I'll get the mouse pad because I may get the screen board, or I may just put the whole rest of it into recycling. It depends on how I feel. Obviously you've got some aluminium here, but there'll be a bit of mylar under here. I may or may not go after that. We'll see. Just want to have a little look here. So, not bad. My favourite bit this week, other than the new tools, obviously, these bad boys. So, yeah. So it's outro time. Well, I enjoyed that, using some tools. My favourite bit, obviously, from this week, well, other than the new tools, is this lovely slab. I'm going to kiss it because it's very, very dusty. Yeah, that's the end of the video. I wish you all a happy new year, because it will be 2025 when I see you next. So I wish you all a happy new year. If this is the time you celebrate New Year, it's the time I celebrate New Year, so that's why I'm saying it. And whatever you do, hope you have a good one. Don't drink too much alcohol. I do like a snowball and a little teeny bit of vodka, so I might partake just a tad. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Hope you've had a lovely Christmas, and see you next week. Bye. Bye.
She loves metal and recycling, e-waste and creation, she is always a cut above. Like, comment and subscribe. enjoy the ride.